What's up, guys? I'm back on this bike. Um, as you can see, we have the bodywork done on the frame, and the tank. So I kind of put the motor back in. I put everything back on. Um, but there's quite a few parts on there that still need some finishing. So my goal is to try to get everything finished, so I can figure out like if I'm gonna powder coat the extra parts, whatnot. So as we can tell, this thing is pretty wild. I don't know if I can get this whole thing in it. From front tire to the back tire is reading about 10 feet. So this bike is long. So what I've done with this frame is I've cut the neck here. I've hardtailed the frame, and then I cut the neck, added 8 inches to get this the way this looks. I raked out the neck to 45 degrees. It's like 43 or something, but I did all the math to get the springer and all that done. But what I have to do still, because it's so cold where I live, I can't. Oh, here we go. All right. Because of where it's so cold where I live here, I can't paint this until it warms up. So in the meantime, I'm gonna try to knock out everything that I can do. So once we get this paint done, I can just kind of reassemble and stuff instead of trying to build little things or make sure everything fits perfectly. So what I've got to do is I got to finish these handlebars. The project I'm gotta do next is this. I like the way these is. I made this little mock-up, but it's not very good. So I'm gonna remake this, finish the bars. I gotta put a cross brace across here, clean everything up, and then I also need to finish the exhaust system because back here I need to figure out if I'm gonna cut it down shorter, or I need to figure out how to brace it. I need one more. If I'm gonna leave it this long, I'm gonna need one more brace to so that it doesn't rattle and break. Um, and what else? There's probably a couple other little things. But what I'm gonna start to do first is this headlight setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a measurement and cut some flat stock out. Okay, so what I've got here is this is the top bracket. It's gonna go right there. And then I made this right here. This is gonna go underneath, and we're gonna come off and we're gonna figure out. I'm gonna put a bolt in it real quick and figure out where to drill this bottom hole for the bottom headlight. And that's what we got going on first. All right, so the first little bracket goes on top. It's gonna lock that in, and then this is the piece that's gonna come out. It'll get shorter once I figure out the tail light or the headlight. But I think I need to mount the headlight before I do anything with this, because I'm gonna weld this. But if I have to bend this more, I'm gonna have to mount the headlight first. So let me grab the headlight, take it off the old mount, see where and how this is gonna fit up. Okay, what I did is I went ahead and bent it all the way to like 90 degrees right here. And then I marked a little hole right there. That's where I'm gonna drill. Because I kind of want to keep the headlights as close to the front end. I don't want them sticking out clear out, but we're gonna try to make it work the best that we can. And then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna come up from here and put another mount. So, and then we're gonna have to probably put a little brace or something on the backside. So let's get this hole drilled out, and then After that, I'm gonna put it back together, and then we'll take a look at it, and then maybe at that point I'll tack this in, and I might just come up straight up with another piece. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Let's get this hole drilled first. Now let's step it up to the correct size bit. Yep, there it is. Okay, we got that drilled now, and let's get this headlight. Okay, I just moved it. And now I lost it. Why am I like this? I lose. Where did it go? Alright, my bolt's about a ½ inch too long or something, so we're gonna go ahead and got a good little chunk of it off. We could get some more. That's good. Okay, then I got this cool little tool from my pops. It goes on the ends of bolts, and it'll clean them all up and round them off, so it's easier to thread on bolts and such. Alright, so we'll put this guy on here and get this mounted up. Get this nice and snug on there. Try to make it look at least 90 degrees. That's what I said, we'll try. Get this real tight on here because I don't want to take this piece off yet. Oh, shit. We can just give it a little love tap. Alright, that looks straight. And next is take the headlight. This is going down like that. So the headlight, and then this bolt. Try to put the nice side, I guess. This bolt. We're gonna do this. What I'm thinking about is after I get all of this done, I might take with like the I might end up getting some all thread for all the bolts, and then try to find spike nuts for everything, because I feel like this bike fits that vibe. So that might be the plan. I'm gonna try to get this on there, but leave it a little loose. So we'll have some adjustments as soon as we get it over there. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Still a little loose, so we'll got adjustments. So we can set it up how we will like it. We could also mark it and cut this bottom piece off because we don't need all that extra. Alright, so now we got this piece. Then this will adjust from here to here, and I'll be able to tighten it to best riding ability. I'll go ahead and get this piece lined up, cut off, make a little mark, and then we're gonna have to weld this to this, and then after that we're gonna figure out how to make the upper mount. So yeah, let's get this done, and let's get this all one piece. Okay, safety gear on. We're just going to cut this on the bike. Cover your eyes, sparks might fly towards you. Go. Alright. Okay, now that I got that extra piece cut off and I got the bottom mount made, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple tacks on the top piece so that that piece is now together, because now all I have to do is make the upper piece, which I still haven't figured that part out, but we're going to do this first. Alright, so what I did was I found another little piece. I drilled a hole in the center, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of weld it a little bit. I'm going to put a couple tacks right here, and then we'll mount the top one right off of that. Okay, so I got it tacked together. Let's see. Alright, so I got it tacked together. It's sitting kind of like this. I'm cool with the distance. Only thing I could really do is maybe if I wanted it to come back a little closer, I can make my own little tabs for this headlight. But the angle looks alright. I mean, adjustments there. The front one, for some reason, looks like it's further out, but I actually slanted the back piece in. As you can tell, it slants in, so but it's, I'll let it cool down for a second, and then I made a mark. I'm going to cut it here, and then I got to figure out what to do, because this is probably a little too thin. So what I'll probably end up doing is putting a little plate over it right here, kind of like a fish plate, something like that. And then I'll have to maybe do something. I don't know. This is just figuring out how to get these things mounted first, and then we'll have to improve from there. But so far, it looks like that. It's pretty cool. Alright, this is what it's looking like so far. I'm kind of digging it. I kind of like it. I almost maybe just want to make my own tabs so these could come in a little closer. And then I'm going to have to put another piece across here just to stiffen it all up. But for right now, that's what it looks like, and I'm cool with it. I'm not sure if I want to bring that back more or leave it. We're gonna have to sleep on that and then see what's up.